The climate outlook for the March to May rainfall season has been released to guide all activities in the IGAD region. From this climate outlook, countries forming up IGAD like Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Somalia, Eritrea, Rwanda, Djibouti, Sudan, South Sudan, Ethiopia and Burundi will convene independently to discuss and decide for March to May rainfall season for their countries. Assistant Commissioner, Department of Meteorology, Lukia Tazalika, performed the function during the 36th Greater Horn of Africa Climate Outlook Forum held in Entebbe. The outlook, March to May, constitutes an important rainfall season over the equatorial parts of the Greater Horn of Africa region. The regional consensus climate outlook for the March to May 2014 rainfall season indicates an increased likelihood of near normal to above normal rainfall over northern, western and south of Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda and much of Uganda, western Kenya, western Ethiopia and much of South Sudan. Assistant Commissioner, Department of Meteorology, Lukia Tazalika explains.
We have just released the consensus forecast to the IGAD region, and this consensus forecast, it gives us a basis for downscaling to make our national focus. This is a great forum, and from here we have interacted with the several scientists from centers of excellence, from the World Global Climate Centers, and we are using global models. We shall do the downscaling using our own data, the ground data, to give you the downscaled forecast. The climate outlook has come up with 3 zones. Zone 1, we have countries like Eastern Kenya, Northern Kenya, Southeastern Kenya, Somalia, and the eastern parts of Ethiopia. And then Northern Sudan, we expect increased likelihood of near normal to below normal rainfall. We have Zone 2, where we have countries like Uganda, the most part of Uganda, apart from Karamoja region, Western Kenya, South Sudan, and some parts of Western Ethiopia, where we expect to have increased likelihood of near normal to above normal rainfall. In time from now, Uganda will be releasing the downscaled forecast for the livelihood or for planning purposes in this country.
What does the climate outlook rainfall season mean to the IGAD region? Director, IGAD Climate Prediction and Application Center, ICPAC, Professor Laban Ogaru highlights.
To release one of the variables which can be used in decision making, especially on issues related to rainfall. What we release is a regional indicator, whether if it does not rain in the region, the whole of the region, the whole of our member countries, then we start to look for opportunities elsewhere early enough so that we can have everything on time. So we've released a map which shows areas where we expect above normal rainfall. We released a map which shows the areas which are likely to get deficit rainfall. Each country has also provided a detailed map which they are taking home and they are releasing next week in each of the member countries. And I think for all users, even those which are here or outside, they must rely on the national forecast. What we have given here is guidance for the country to have the national details. If you look at the map, the whole of eastern part of the region is likely to have normal to deficit rainfall. Most of the western side is likely to get normal to enhanced rainfall. But the details, you'll find that in any village, one side of a mountain, the other side of the mountain, definitely there still be variability, and those can all be done at country for every use. So every farmer, everybody, we have given additional risk tool, decision management tool to take decision. Rainfall climate information is so useful that we must use it. Suppose the forecast we say the rain will be there. Suppose it happened. Are you ready to take advantage? And also, as you plan for suppose it happens, and in the climate information system, that's basically what it's supposed to be, to help you take informed decision so that if it happens, you are ready. If it doesn't happen, that win-win situation. That's basically what we do in climate information system.
Kenya is set to release its climate outlook of March to May on Tuesday this week, whereas Uganda plans to release on Thursday this week. Commissioner, Department of Meteorology, Michael Nkalubo, comments about the general climate outlook for March to May.
Seasonal forecast for the period March, April, May has been released, and this information can be used in planning as we shall downscale it to suit our national level, and we shall invite users, line ministries to participate in the discussions which will lead to pointing out likely impacts as we think we come out of this forecast. A forecast is a forecast, and we have got some more probability involved. These seasonal forecasts are normally given at around 70%. So when we give you a forecast like this, it's likely that 70% of it will come true. What I would expect you to do is, if you're going to open up land for cultivation, you should also use the probability we have given. Just cultivate 70% of your land. Leave with the 30% in case something wrong really happens. Don't just till the whole land. But we want you to use this information because it's very useful. Use this information in your planning.
Participants who attended the 36th Greater Horn of Africa Climate Outlook Forum give their views.
Elijah Mukala, WMO representative for East and Southern Africa. This GHACOF session has been very good. It was well organized. The focus is looking very good. And above all, we had a lot of young scientists. I think this is an initiative that should be encouraged.
Professor Frederick Semazi from North Carolina State University. I'm a specialist in climate modeling and climate prediction. Here attending the ICPAC forum. The meeting has been extremely valuable. I think this is a page opener, a new beginning, because it has opened the possibility of the scientists in the diaspora working on the climate with their colleagues here in this country to combine knowledge, US-based, and the knowledge indigenous climate modeling research to create products that will be much more productive for the end users in the climate-sensitive sectors, in agriculture, in transportation, fisheries, forestry, where we can now be able to apply the most advanced climate models that they exist anywhere in the world to provide information that is can be used by our applications and for the social and economic development of the country.
Some of the participants speaking shortly after the release of the 36th Greater Horn of Africa Climate Outlook for March to May 2014 rainfall season held in Entebbe. For Nizawa, Sarah Natolo reporting.